Emperor Georgiou knew Burnham's Star Trek Discovery Captain future before Michael did, and I'm not surprised. If there's one thing Star Trek Discovery proved about Emperor Philippa Georgiou, it's that she's the kind of person who walks into a room already knowing everyone's secrets, and probably the contents of their bank accounts. She doesn't just read people. She dissects them, stores their weaknesses like prized jewels, and uses them only when the timing will sting most. So when we talk about the idea that Georgiou knew Michael Burnham's captaincy future before Burnham herself did, well, that's about as surprising as finding out the sun rose this morning. Georgiou's knack for foresight wasn't mystical. She didn't have the telepathy of a betazoid or a Vulcan's logic-driven probability equations. Instead, she relied on something arguably more dangerous: observation sharpened into a weapon. Every smirk, every hesitation, every moment of moral resolve, Georgiou noticed it. To her, Burnham's future in command wasn't a what if, it was an inevitability waiting to unfold. The mirror universe perspective. Georgiou's background in the Terran Empire gave her a perspective few Prime Universe Starfleet officers could even imagine. In the mirror universe, leadership is seized, not bestowed. Authority comes not from a badge, but from the fear you inspire and the loyalty you manipulate. To survive in that world, Georgiou had to read ambition the way a hunter reads tracks in the snow. When she arrived in the Prime Universe, she recognized that Michael Burnham, her Michael's gentler, more idealistic counterpart, possessed the same inner steel. In the Terran Empire, that steel would have propelled her into power much sooner and with a higher body count. But in the Federation, Burnham's rise would be slower, tempered by Starfleet's values. Georgiou knew the trajectory. Burnham's compassion would make her a different kind of leader, but a leader all the same. Burnham's blind spot. If Burnham couldn't see this for herself, it's because she was too busy navigating the chaos of Discovery's missions and the moral weight of her decisions. Burnham's journey began with mutiny, after all, a stain on her record that should have disqualified her from command. Yet time and again, she found herself making the hard calls no one else would. She negotiated peace with Klingons, dove headfirst into impossible scientific puzzles, and saved lives with a stubbornness bordering on reckless. To Burnham, these were just the actions necessary in the moment. To Georgiou, they were the marks of a captain in the making. Georgiou had no illusions. Leaders aren't born with a title, they're forged in crises, and Burnham was already deep in the fire. A lesson in Terran truth. Georgiou likely never told Burnham outright, "You will be captain," because that would have ruined the point. In the mirror universe, revealing your cards too soon is a rookie mistake. Instead, Georgiou nudged, provoked, and sometimes outright insulted Burnham into stepping up. She knew Burnham's moral compass was strong, but she also knew it could be sharpened under pressure. Every test Georgiou threw her way was less about survival and more about proving to Burnham herself that she could lead. One of the most telling moments came during their missions together when Georgiou would stand back, not in deference, but in challenge. She'd watch Burnham take command of a situation, then smirk knowingly, as if silently saying, "See? You're already doing it." The long game. Georgiou's insight wasn't limited to the here and now. She thought in terms of decades, even centuries, a habit born from ruling an empire. She understood that the people most capable of wielding power are often the last to want it. That reluctance makes them dangerous to those who abuse authority, because it means they're driven not by ego, but by necessity. Burnham fit that mold perfectly. Georgiou knew the only way Burnham would accept the captain's chair was if there was absolutely no one else who could fill it. And when that day came, Burnham wouldn't just take the role, she would redefine it. Why, it's no surprise. The truth is, Georgiou was almost never wrong about people. She predicted enemies' moves, allies' betrayals, and the shifting tides of politics. Seeing Burnham's future was child's play compared to surviving in the Terran court. If anything, Georgiou probably considered it one of her easier reads. And there's an irony here. While Starfleet trained Burnham to lead with hope and diplomacy, it was Georgiou, the ruthless Terran, who saw that future first. It's a reminder that vision doesn't always come from the purest sources. Sometimes, it comes from those who've walked darker paths and learned to spot the glint of greatness long before it's obvious to anyone else.